Right, so what's going on, boys? And 8thoughts has actually ended up being banned from YouTube. Now, admittedly, this would have probably been able to be seen if you use your brain a little bit. It was obvious that you were going to end up getting striked. Now, a lot's actually happened since my last video on 8thoughts. Pretty much Drifter, this guy called Drifter, came out and released a video, in quotes, exposing him, saying that he doxes, he harasses, he does all this stuff. Keep in mind, these guys have been, you know, back and forth for at least 2 years now. I was searching YouTube and this video popped up in my recommended. I didn't manage to get a screenshot, but it was Drifter versus 8thoughts and it was from 2 years ago. So that just shows how long they've been going back and forth. Now, in Drifter's exposed video on 8thoughts, he claims that 8thoughts had his Discord mod go and swat and harass Drifter. Now, this actually ended up getting so bad that the moderator actually ended up getting arrested for it.
Able to tell my story about getting doxxed, swatted, attempted murder, identity theft, harassed, and just a whole bunch of other crazy stuff, all coming from the YouTuber 8thoughts. In this case, he got another person that was willing to swat, threaten, dox, harass anybody that he wanted, and that other person would do all sorts of nasty things for him. So when it comes times for legal consequences, right, it all blows back on that person, and much less so on 8thoughts himself. And because of that, 8thoughts was never charged with a crime in the state of Texas, or any crime regarding anything that happened to me. Now, the other person got some interesting charges, and he got some jail time and pled guilty, and he's out on probation now.
So in that video, he also shows that apparently Drifter wasn't the only person that 8thoughts was harassing. Apparently he was harassing a bunch of other people. And apparently 8thoughts was harassing this kid and his whole family. And apparently he actually contacted his dad's workplace to try and get his dad fired, which, if true, is pretty scummy and deserves consequences. But nah, he didn't actually do it himself, so that's how he gets off. Pretty much scotch-free every single time, because he always hires someone else to do it, so when it comes down to the legal stuff, he chucks it onto them.
Before we get too much further into this video, I do want to share a voicemail that 8thoughts left a high school student some number of years ago after a huge harassment campaign to try to get his dad fired from work.
Oh, hey, how you doing? This is Drifter, or maybe not, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm off my meds, and so I'm not really sure who I am today. But whoever I am today may or may not be a little bit pissed off. And just letting you know, Brandon, that you may or may not have totally fucked yourself and your family. I'm just saying, just saying. But, I may not be saying, because I don't know what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm off my meds, and I don't know who this is even calling. But if it was somebody who you might know in the past or may not know in the past, I mean, who knows? It's all just jokes. This is all just trolling anyways. Nothing's really actually going to happen. I'm just... I don't know, where am I right now? Anyways, so we want a video of your dad beating the shit out of you. Otherwise, yeah. Well, I mean, that's nothing different than a regular Friday night, let's be honest. So it's not like we're asking for anything extra. Your dad beats your ass on a regular basis, you little punk-ass bitch. But you fucked up, and by the way, that's not the address I have anymore that you tried to leak. Just saying that that's the wrong address. So that's why you really fucked up. So there's no threat against me because you don't have the right address anymore. That was an old address, wherever you got it. And, yeah, that was the most slimy, sleazy fucking thing I've ever seen anyone do. And you're a piece of shit. And, yeah, you may or may not pay for it. Not physically, but mentally, we're coming for you. So prepare. Or not prepare, because this could all just be jokes. Who knows? I don't know.
Like, mate, after that voicemail, what the fuck is wrong with you, honestly? Like, I'm starting to think maybe he was actually off his fucking meds in that voicemail, because he sounds weird. He sounds like a psycho. So after all this stuff came out, 8thoughts went to Twitter, as you do, whenever you're being cancelled, you hop straight on Twitter to explain yourself. And he said, I really didn't want to engage with this bullshit, but I kinda gotta stand up for myself now. It's ridiculous. He then also tweeted this, when a guy has to start with a legal disclaimer so he doesn't catch a case, and then proceeds to say, I didn't do anything actually, it was blue, then titles the video, 8thoughts is the one, who did it? Grown man can't spell. It's sus, Among Us. I'm not responsible for other adults' actions. I can't fucking read. He then goes on to also say this, some people are confusing me being an arsehole and laughing at Troll's behaviour with me telling him what to do. I'm not responsible for another man's actions, so if I laugh and react to someone else's actions, I'm guilty of that person's actions? No. You're not guilty of the actions, but you do still play a big part in it because you're encouraging it by laughing. Because think about it this way, if someone does something fucked up and you're like, ah, that's really funny, man, instead of condemning it, then, you know, they're kind of going to think it's okay to do it and keep doing it to make you laugh. So while you might think you didn't play any role in it at all, you actually played a bit more of a role than you think you did. Or to be honest, probably even realise you did. He then follows up that tweet with, but that's the narrative Drifter is trying to float. If you think I'm an arsehole for laughing at inappropriate behaviour, fine. If you think I'm an arsehole for things I say, fine. But because you think I'm an arsehole doesn't make me complicit in other people's actions. And as I said, you laughing at it encourages it, we've done that, blah blah blah. And to me it's kind of weird how he doesn't want to acknowledge that. Like, he's an adult, he should be able to realise that laughing at something like that will encourage it and make it happen more. I mean shit, I'm 16 and I can fucking realise that. He also follows it up with this tweet. Keep in mind I did tell Blue to stop numerous times, but even though I'm laughing at some of these situations, if you've seen, it's too much. Now yeah, that's fine, he's told him to stop doing it, but once again, 8 Thoughts plays a part in his fans or trolls or whatever you want to call them thinking it's okay, because 8 Thoughts himself has made hundreds on hundreds of fucking videos. He's like the cunt that makes 60 million fucking videos on Vegan Teacher. And in some of those videos, 8 Thoughts was making fun of Drifter's medical conditions and shit like his wife, which is something I called Nick Merckx out for in the last video. It's just not something you should do. Now, because he's a COD player, you could back it up by saying, oh, he's conditioned to that. He's used to it because of the COD games. That's fine. It's still fine in a COD game. I still think it's fine in a COD game. What I don't think is fine is saying it in front of your fucking 300k audience, because they will then go and joke about that in his comment section.
The Discord admin call the veteran suicide hotline. The Discord admin pretends to be a veteran who's having some issues with his wife and neighbor, plans to kill both of them with an AR-15 and then themselves. They give my address to the guy on the other end and leave me to deal with whatever the hell happens. That was mostly the Discord admin doing the talking, but 8 Thoughts himself is in the call. You can hear him laughing and talking and giving directions and stuff.
How can I help you?
Okay, so I'm a Marine. I did, serve in, for 2 tours in Afghanistan.
Robert, how long have these thoughts of suicide been going on? How do you spell Plano?
Plano. It's near Dallas.
Near Dallas, okay.
Yeah, I live in...
Robert...
Blue, mute him for a second, Blue. Mute him for a second. Mute him.
Hold on. I gotta take some pills. What's up,
What do
man?
you mean you have to take some...
Am I on the stream?
Yeah, you're on the stream.
Hey. Oh, shit.
What? Say...
Okay, I don't want to be on the stream.
Oh, well, you're on the stream, retard.
Ah, fuck. Okay, I would message you. I'll message you because I don't want to. Okay, hold on, message you.
What do you think will happen if I go to Drifter's house right now? Like, pop.
So you're having thoughts of hurting him or killing him?
Now that clip that I just showed you right there is one of these so-called funny trolls that he's done, that he's joked about, you know? I don't know about you, but I'm quite the troll myself, you know? I did a video trolling a whole community, but to me, that goes beyond a troll. That's just fucked. You are putting a man's life in danger, essentially, all for a quote-unquote troll, because if you think about it, someone said they're going to go around with an AR-15 and shoot their fucking neighbours. Police are going to show up to his house with a fuck ton of guns and probably think he's the killer because there'll be no one left in the house apart from him. Now obviously after a search they'd realised that it was just a prank call, and you're just wasting their time. Like, there's no need for it. It's not funny. No one fucking laughed, and if anyone did laugh at it, they probably did belong on a fucking psych ward. And 8 Thoughts was on this stream, which then goes to fucking disprove his point of earlier that he made where he just laughed at it, he wasn't involved. He was on stream with this guy that was harassing him. So explain that one, mate. Yeah, I don't think you fucking can. And when 8 Thoughts realised he was being heard on stream, he said, yeah, I don't want to be on stream, so just look at your messages instead. Which to me sounds like he was just messaging him stuff to say to the fucking suicide person. So the whole I wasn't involved, I was just laughing is complete bullshit. And just add a little bit of, you know, cherry on top of the fucking cake. 8 Thoughts streamed a guy going to Drifter's house with a gun, and then later on claimed that he had no involvement with the person, but surprise, surprise, that was a fucking lie, and apparently they're friends. And the fact that people accepted 8 Thoughts' apology when he was just like, I have no involvement with this guy, I was just streaming him, going to a YouTuber's house with a fucking gun, essentially encouraging it because I'm letting my hundreds, thousands of viewers watch it, you know, and then to say you have no involvement is just a bit fucking retarded. And the fact that after all this he has the cheek to act like the victim is just dumb. He's in no way the fucking victim. If anything, he's the antagonist. He's the one that's creating all this shit. Yeah, he didn't go to his house, he didn't do that stuff, but he's been an encouragement in everything that's happened. So then the very last and final tweet that he puts out, you know, it did seem like he got away with it because he didn't respond or anything for a while because he was claiming on Twitter that he was scared of Nick Mercs flagging his video, which I think's a lie, but it's fine. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Anyway, he says, well, since I've been kicked off YouTube, my channels have been deleted. If I don't get them back, it was a good run. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a massive kick to the balls. Obviously some will rejoice, and that's fine. I know the truth and I know who I am. Now I would love to believe him here, but I just don't. Like, all the evidence, everything I've seen, my opinion's completely done a 180 on him. Like, I thought he was the fucking victim when I made my last video. Now I don't. Now I dislike him genuinely. Like, all the stuff he's done, he just seems like a prick. And the thing is, all the evidence was already out there. The only thing Drifter's video did was just compile it all together. The evidence was already there to be given, so I don't know how I didn't see it when researching for my last video. I mean, you could say I didn't do enough research, and I probably would agree with you. So yeah, pretty much that's going to be the end of this video, boys. To round it up, don't be a prick, and then you won't get fucking terminated at the end of the day. Now, we'll admit, the stuff Nick Mercs did, I still disagree with. My opinions haven't changed on that, but all the other stuff, fuck this guy, honestly. That's me being as biased as possible because I fucking dislike him now after all this shit. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, boys. I appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed, leave a sub and a like. Why not? Tell me what you think about this situation in the comments. And for the people that have watched this far, heads up, I'm switching to facecam videos soon because I'm getting a bit bored of this gameplay style. I can't really express myself as much as I want to. So facecam is coming. I've bought some lighting, and yeah, it's fucking pog. Eventually we'll progress to a camera. But yeah, that's all from me, boys, and I'll see you soon.